Hello friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to Drive-Thru Tarot. My name is Chrissy and this is where I take a tarot deck to a coffee shop, or like the other day to get a COVID test, where I take a deck with me where I know I'm going to have to wait. So today, just like the other day, I have the Wandering Star Tarot. This is a brand new deck to me. Like literally I shuffled it and we did the reading, the single card reading where we got, I won't ruin it for you, the single card reading in the Walgreens parking lot the other day. And today we're going to go to Starbucks and maybe get a longer reading, so I can hope. Because this is a new deck to me, there may be some guidebook consultation. I feel like I say that and I rarely do, but it's always on the table. This is Friday, December 17th. I think that's the date today. It is right at 9 o'clock. So I'm assuming that there's going to be a line at Starbucks. Yesterday was the last day of my mogul job until 2022. So I'm spending the next 2 weeks, of course, celebrating Christmas, writing curriculum for my tarot school, which I thought I had named, but now that name is totally escaped me, so I guess I don't. I could talk forever, but I'm not going to because Chrissy needs caffeine. Let's go get coffee. Hello friends, so I'm here. We have a line, but not a super long line. And maybe this is just because it's what I was listening to on the way over here. But I feel like the invitation for our reading today is for those of us who are, I'm growling as I say this. Those of us, I'm going to generalize it. I'm going to zoom out. Okay, this feels better. We're figuring out what Christmas means to us this year. Whether that is due to changes in the pandemic, due to changes in faith, due to changes in family dynamics, just an awareness that this year is different, right? So 2019, we didn't know what was coming. 2020, I think a lot of us, I don't want to put this on you, but like I didn't do anything. Like there were minimal traditions, none that involved anyone other than my husband. So how do we move from what was always expected to the clean slate we had last year, and then figuring out what we want our holidays, our traditions to look like, not only this year, but how does this year influence the years to come? So my mind went to, I don't know if it's still a thing, but in the past we used to have Sirius Radio and the holiday channel, Holiday Traditions on Sirius XM. Yes, I'm singing in the Starbucks line. All right. I've talked too long. I'm the next card to order. So the first card we have, I'm working with the Wandering Star Tarot. The first card we have today is the King of Swords. My turn to order. Hold on. I would like a venti hot latte, a venti iced latte. And do you have the bacon Gouda sandwich today?
We do.
I'd like one of those. And do you have a cranberry bliss bar?
We do.
Oh, I'd like one of those as well.
Of course. What else can we get for you?
That's it.
All right, dear. It'll be $19.19.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm leaving my window down because it feels good out there. I don't know how many cards we're going to get, but I love that the first card we drew was the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is ambition, power, and influence. So what I see from this card is just a reminder that you hold the power for what you want. I want to roll my window up. It's cold after all. That was such a baby squeak compared to what I usually get. But the King of Swords is this reminder that you are in control. That yes, sometimes the conversations that we need to have are not going to be pleasant, right? And sometimes they aren't going to be easy. But we have more control over our boundaries, over our relationships, over our time than sometimes we think we do. And I see where the Queen of Swords, which is like my card, my Christina Yang, where the Queen of Swords is kind of like that voice that comes and says, Meredith Grey, you're the sun, don't forget that. The King of Swords is standing firmly in that. Doesn't need that reminder, doesn't need that other person cheering them on. There's just this inner state, this inner awareness of, I know what I want. What I want is valid, but sometimes we have to step out of our own way to be able to fully claim that. So how we bring in this King of Swords energy, friends, is the Queen of Swords. Either I didn't shuffle these well, but I know I did. That's pretty funny. So the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is strength, ambition, and truth. So the Queen of Swords, I love how the Queen is brighter than the King. Just saying. So how we go into this King of Swords energy is to choose to surround ourselves by people who allow us to stand firmly in our boundaries and our power. So I see the King as being like that stance that we want to have. And then the Queen is the energy that comes in, that supports us, that allows that encourages that in us. So we stand in our power, and the way that we do that is by surrounding ourselves with people that will pump us up. Finding your Christina Yang, having her Grey's Anatomy. Can we talk about last night's? I mean, am I the only person that is not particularly heartbroken or worried? Does that make me cold and callous? I don't know. Focus. The way that we stand strong in our boundaries, the way that we figure out what we want, the way that we define ourselves is, it's okay to look for the support of others, to have that person in your text messages, available by call, that you can always say, okay, I need a pep talk. Tell me what I need to hear. You know how to do this. And it's okay too to be your own Queen of Swords, to have a little speech in your head of when I start to question, I'm going to remind myself X, Y, or Z. It is okay to write those things down, to put them, on a note in your phone. My feelings are valid. My needs are important. I will not question who I am based on a response from someone else. So giving yourself those reminders, and now it's time to get my coffee. Hold, please. Good morning. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, so we're going to pull in the bank and draw one more card. We're not going to pull in the bank. They're open for business right now. We're going to pull into Costco. Okay, so let me put my card away, and we'll draw one more card. So, drink of coffee. All right, let's review. So, our invitation as we reconstruct our holiday season is to be firm in our boundaries and our wants and our wishes. How we do that is by reminding ourselves that we are important and that we deserve to have boundaries and thoughts, and we can reject and accept what feels good to accept and reject. And it's okay to have written reminders of this, to have a script to go back to when you need that when you need to be built up, and to also allow other people to support you in that. And then how we do that is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is this representation of, is it really the seven? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so the Seven of Cups is this acknowledgement of when we have so many choices that none of the choices are clear. Sort of like, I know this is a trope, but sort of like that conversation, honey, what do you want for dinner? I don't know, what do you want? And when everything sounds good, nothing sounds good. That's the Seven of Cups. And I see this card in this position of take boundaries, get support for your boundaries. But what are my boundaries? It's okay to not know. It is okay to let this year be a year of exploration, a year of experiments, a year of, oh, this was good, I want to keep that. Oh, this did not feel good, never again. So I love how like one card totally shifts the feeling of a reading. I feel like this card is that this year is an exploration to figure these things out, but to take the swords energy with you into each of your experiences, to not have this expectation of this is the way things have always been done, so it's the way I'm going to do them, but instead to honestly, fully recognize all of your options. And I love how her face is sort of flat and emotionless, right? There's this, even though this is a cup and cups are all about feelings, her face is a little more, swordsy, right? Her face is a little more, I'm going to let this speak for truth, and not so much emotionally. Being aware of your emotional reaction, but letting that feed, letting that inform, letting that identify what your boundaries are going forward. What a beautiful reading. I would love to sit here and talk to you, but it's very interesting. Like since I got here, like I've been watching this line form, like in the last, 3 minutes, this line form at the Costco gas station. And I think just, traffic wise at obviously 9:20 on the Friday before Christmas, I need to get out of the Costco parking lot. So your girl's going home to have some breakfast and to do some work and to work on tarot school curriculum. I am so excited. I'm hoping to announce it right after Christmas. So this is really exciting. I hope you all have a lovely day, a very merry whatever it is you celebrate, and I will see you soonish. All right, bye friends.